So I think I got sprint mostly working. I have the black lung. I keep forgetting to update that the bit rate. All right, so sprint is working now. Nope, no, it is not. It is not working yet. Hola. How are you doing today? Oh, sorry. Oh man, I'm tired. Welcome to being the first person on stream today, or first person in chat today. Okay, so wait, what? No. Ugh. Okay, so once we're in sprint, we can't leave sprint. That's what's going on. Okay. Continue. Okay. There's our thing there. F10. Here we grab this. It passed, so it was able to cast correctly. We stash it. Set request to starting sprint. Wait for release. On release, we end sprint. That's why. I think that's why, yeah. I think what we want is this. So we're going to come over to here, F9. Yeah, release is never happening. So the release never happens. Wonder if it's this. Hmm. Let's see here. We'll do this and then F9. Then we're going to come into here and we're going to hit play. There's the release. Sorry, there's the we've hit the input, right? So if we resume, we've now released it, but we're not hitting this anymore. This isn't executing. Damn. All right, I might have to rejigger this because this doesn't seem to want to work. Fuck. Sometimes it's the little things. Mm. Hmm. Trying to think here. So we want to apply the sprint. Oh wait, it's because cancel's not hitting. That's what it is. We don't have anything throwing cancel on release. Let's come into here. We're gonna just let's do a quick save, make sure everything's all good and saved. There, and then we're gonna come into here. I'm gonna do a run as a debug. That'll allow us to throw into our to enhanced input here. Was it the input? No. It was on the ability system component? Yeah. It was on here. That's what we wanted. So what we want is we've got input held, input released. There you go. These are the ones that we care about. Okay, so we hit play. This adds. Don't care about adding right now. Don't care about adding. They're already adding, that's why I don't care about it. There's the held. There's our input held, right? So we can resume. Resume. F9, resume. There we go. There's the released, right? So this is where things are going to get interesting here. So we're going to jump into here if we there. What? Interesting. Oh, it's probably has to do with like how it's networked. Like, yeah, whatever. Okay, so we've got the ability spec here. We want to jump into here. God damn it. I mean, asynchronous stuff is such a pain sometimes. I don't think we hit it, did we? We're still on 57. There we go. Input released. Hmm. Hmm. Called on local player, always. Called on server only. Yeah, but can you give me a better explanation of what this does? Unreal Engine 5.3. Here we go. Called on. I feel like sometimes I'm getting trolled. This is cool. I understand where it's called from. I want a better definition about what it actually does. Hold on, local player always. Okay. Allows game code. Oh. Sorry, just give me a couple here. Hmm. Okay, this helper function, it seems like this will be useful as a blueprint interface at least, but level parameter may need to be. Wow, we're down into the weeds where they're talking to each other through freaking comments. This should not be a comment here. I'm just gonna put that one out there. That this is not an acceptable comment. There should be like maybe a comment in I don't even think there should be in code. A comment in code. I think it's unrelated to what this is. Let's be real. It's a helper function. It seems like this will be useful as a blueprint interface at the least, but level parameter may need to be expanded. What? No. No, it doesn't tell me what this does. These are supposed to tell me what this does. What does this do? Oh my god. Spec to target. I'm still a little confused on like what exactly is this, like the gameplay effect spec. I gotta go over this the whole like spec thing and stuff like that. Ability block to cancel tags. Ugh. Okay, so I know I'm missing something here. Let's take a look at another project and see what they've done here. So I've got this project here. Oops. This is a 427 project. I can download, I think I can go grab the 5 project, but I don't know if it makes a difference. What type of movement system are they using? No, this one's using the wrong movement system. Let's upgrade this project real quick here. Stop. We're going to upgrade this project quickly from 427 to the 5 version. Now give me a moment because I gotta go make a change here. We're gonna go from 4 to 5 on this one. This is the gas shooter, and then we're going to open git bash here, and we're gonna do git status, git checkout star, git status, git checkout source, git status, git checkout plugins, git status, cd plugins, oops, git status, git checkout master, full origin master. Okay. Master, I believe, is on. Okay, we're going to do that. Derived cache, binaries. Delete. One of my buddies messaged me and he's like, "Hey, dude, the Power World server's offline." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go kick it in a cup when I get out of bed, right?" Get out of bed, go to kick the server, get fucking distracted and completely forget about it. He messages me telling me the server's back online anyways, and I'm just like, well, yeah. Okay, so this here, if we go, wait, do we have it open? No, we don't. Okay, so we're gonna open up the gas shooter, new window. Now, this should be running 5.2, I think, is the most recent version that they've got. It might be 5.3. I don't think they've been keeping it up to date though, like that. Oh, 5.3. Wait, we need to check. Oh yeah. No, I gotta check that out. Fuck. Okay, so I've fetched 5.3. Now I'm on 5.3, and we can see it here. Oh, get branch. We can see we're on 5.3. Okay, so now now it should work. Okay, so we come back to here. We need this. Yeah, just delete. And then we're going to generate Visual Studio project files. Git's kind of amazing when it comes to this type of stuff. Just FYI, guys. Use Git. Git is good. GitHub, not always the greatest. Git is always good though. Don't forget, Git and GitHub are two different things. GitHub is managed by Microsoft and Git is managed by Linux. Like literally. Okay, let's see. Oh, we're still loading. Great. Because if I go to game, yeah, we're still loading project. Ugh. Has a bunch of things that it needs to work out here. Let's see. Is this using the enhanced input system? I think it should be. It's not. Fuck. Hmm. Let's see. Ooh, I know. Damn it. That's what? Why can't I just jump to ability system component.cpp? There we go. That's what I wanted. This is all I cared about. Okay, so we're gonna jump to this, right? This is gonna be this. So what we're looking for is this. So we can do this. Come over to here, and seriously, um, really? No, it's ability spec input. Oh wow, it's not in here. That's weird. Oh right, I need to go to GitHub on my other computer, other monitor, because it's likely been long enough that it wasn't going to let me continue without logging in, and I don't want to leak people's information. I really wish that they wouldn't do that. So we're going to jump over to Epic here. View organization. There we go. And we're going to go to, we're just going to search it. We want to search for this. Actually, what we can do is we know exactly what file we want. Copy path reference. There, and then we can go like this. Go to file. There it is, right there. And then we want to go to this one. So there's a override. Interesting that Lara is actually part of this code base. Remy Lee, welcome. Wait, is that who I think it is? Is that a Rem Toto? Shopping cart genie. Skateboard genie. I'm waiting for 6 a.m. to go buy a pie. Interesting. It is you. I thought that was gonna be you. How do you only have 2 subscribers? There we go. We fixed it. Fucking just watch me on YouTube. What a weirdo. Okay, so there's the definition. Let's see. This is it getting called. It getting called. It's is it this one? True streaming platform? Honestly, you've not heard my take on this. Obviously, or else you wouldn't have said that. I have a very, very controversial take on this exact thing. So my take is that the streaming platform of the future, like the one that will win, right? If all things stay the way they are currently going, if all things stay on their current trajectory, YouTube wins. Oh yeah, no. This is why I said I don't think that you've heard my spiel about this. YouTube is the right now. YouTube is reasonably the only streaming platform that is set up for success. All other streaming platforms right now are failing. YouTube's the only one that's actually succeeding. Now, with that being said, Twitch is still the largest streaming platform if you want to stream like games and stuff like that and whatnot. It's going to be the largest for a while. When Twitch fails, and it will fail, inevitably at this point, unless they make some drastic changes, right? And who knows? Maybe the changes will the current changes. No, X is going to fail. X's streaming platform is like a decade. It's like a decade behind right now. Even more than that, like people don't go there for streaming, so it's going to take it. You've got to change people's mentality about the platform, and then you've got to change. You've got to also implement the tech, and it's just not where it needs to be. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Elon is 100 years in the future, so he's no, like X is probably like 10 years behind like YouTube in streaming. Actually, no, it's probably 10 years behind Facebook's in streaming. I think streaming on X is more akin to streaming on Facebook, but it's a worse platform for it. Because people don't go to X to watch long form content. It's all short stuff, right? So really long form content doesn't strike me as like I'm gonna go to X and watch long form content. It's like, oh, okay. This maybe? Oh, I found it. No, wait, I wanted released, didn't I? There it is. I found it. This is what I'm looking for. Spec.input pressed. False. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm saying that the vast majority, like when you think about X is a microblogging platform, right? So when I think X, I'm like, oh, Twitter, right? That's what I think about. That's what most people think about when they think about X. Whether or not the platform is solely focused on that is a different story, but it's just like what people think about. Okay, so this is what I was looking for and I was having trouble finding for some reason. If spec is active, the ability is active, so just pipe the input event into it. I think about the future. Sure, but moving people's habits is hard. And until we start seeing people actually move in that direction, I'm not willing to state one way or another, right? That's why I preferenced it. All things right now, if all things stay the way they're currently going, YouTube is the future of streaming. Unless something changes that is unforeseen, YouTube is the future of streaming. So Kick is bound to fail as soon as Stake gets critical mass, right? So what happens with Stake is you can only subsidize it so much, right? So the more people that go to Kick, the more people that actively go to Kick, the less money, the more the worse it is, right? So there's essentially this line here, right? The second that Kick gets to this imaginary line, right? Like Kick might be like here, right? But the second that they're like here, Kick is going to get turned off. Kick is no longer profitable. They need to find a way to push it back. Kick has to be here. This is the only spot that Kick makes sense. Everything on this side, Kick is profitable because the subsidies from Stake outweigh the cost of the platform to run, right? Because they're making more profit. The second they burst over this bubble and they start going here, this is unprofitable territory, right? And this is a critical mass of people, right? This is an influx of people. So they started out, this is the maximum number of people that will ever be on the platform, essentially. Or sorry, this is like how it's hard to explain. So essentially, like this is like everybody's using Kick, right? Or everybody's starting to become aware of Kick. People are starting to move to it, and then this is right. Another way to do it would be like if we have two lines, right? Oops, we have two lines there and there. This is the dollars made, or the dollars made, right? And this is the people or streamers, right? Oh, I did this backwards. Let me change this. There's our dollars and our peeps. There we go. So the more people that come on Kick, right? So the larger this gets, the more expensive it gets. And it becomes an inverse. It becomes extra. So like we're looking at this essentially, right? It's kind of hard to describe because you kind of need a 3D space for this, but like essentially like what happens is like you get to a certain number of people and then actually no, I got it right the first time. One sec, sorry. Peeps on the bottom, this one on the side. Yeah, here we go. So small number of peeps, right? Not a lot of money, but it ends up being like this. This is the cost analysis for Kick, right? For cost to operate versus people. Boom. The second they get critical mass, it becomes exponentially more expensive for them to operate and they'll have to shut down because they won't be able to afford it. Twitch is currently running into that problem where Amazon is sick of subsidizing Twitch and making no money off of it, and it being a negative on their brand. So essentially, Twitch is in a situation where they have an ultimatum. You make money for this company and you push us forward, or we are getting rid of you. We are turning off your service, right? Well, thank you for the follow. Right? That's 100% going to be the situation on for Twitch right now is you make us money or we're yeeting you. YouTube actually has a platform and that live streaming feeds into, right? Like live streaming feeds into their VOD content, right? Their video on demand content. So it makes sense. The more live streamers on YouTube, right? It's one more avenue to get people onto the platform that might not otherwise be there, right? So that it gets them onto the platform, and then once they're on the platform, they're going to stick around, right? So streaming is unprofitable for YouTube from a cost per hour situation, but they gets weighed out with the people that come to the platform and then utilize the platform for other things like watching VODs, watching helpful tutorials, watching cat videos and stuff like that, right? Like watching the things that you usually go to YouTube for. So that's why YouTube is going to why streaming is a logical thing for YouTube to have. Twitch though is just live streaming, the most expensive and least monetizable aspect of it. It's just like we're gonna build an entire platform surrounded just fully focused on streaming, the hardest thing to do, most expensive way to thing that we could possibly do, and the hardest thing for us to monetize, and monetize in a way that doesn't negatively impact the content, right? Because like if you watch a VOD of somebody doing say like a speed run, right? If an ad comes up, well, after the ad, at least it just picks up where it came where you left off, right? So like we're at minute 10 and an ad of the of the speed run, an ad plays, we get a couple minute ad or whatever. Ad ends, it picks back up there. Live content, an ad comes, if everybody's not getting the ad at the exact same time, or like the streamer's not prepared for the ad, or you're in an inopportune time, now all of a sudden everybody's missing the content that actually matters. So anyways, should should I get a cherry pie or a cheese and bacon pie? Oh my god. What happened to the chicken, my friend? The chicken. Input released. Spec handle. Ability info get. Give me one sec, I'll be right back. I'm checking on breakfast, that's why. We need pseudo rant emote. What would that even look like? Pseudo rants are epic. Hey, man. Sorry, I'm just eating breakfast. I know it's 11, but hmm. We need something. Interesting. Weird. Okay. UE gas. Amazing. Why I can't turn that off? I don't know. Hmm. This isn't quite what I'm looking for, I don't think. The issue that I'm enhanced input. I don't think this is it either, but we're gonna try it.
Skills to the next level. In this video, we're going to do with sprints that matter. So yeah, stay tuned to find out how you can do that for your personal project. But before we get started, we over at 3D Tutor are dedicated to providing you with cutting-edge digital tools and techniques to improve your 3D modeling and game development skills. We know that learning new skills can be challenging and time-consuming, which is why we're here to provide you with the resources and inspiration you need to take your skills to the next level. But as much as we love creating content for you on our YouTube channel, it's not a sustainable source of income for us. That's why we're so grateful for our Patreon supporters who help us to continue our projects and empower thousands of students and artists with the resources they need to advance their skills. As a patron, you'll have access to exclusive content, free online courses, 3D models, environments, and material textures. Additionally, we have several other websites available for you to explore, such as Gumroad, where you can purchase our creations or even thank you so much for your support. And now let's get from within its template. Then I'm going to click create.
Lucifer, shouldn't you be trying to get to 40 right now? I'm just saying.
And once it's done loading up, we're going to get this sort of result. And if we were to press play, we're going to notice that we're able to walk around our area or scene, and we have floating gun in front of us by default. But like so, every time though, here's click play, change up the jumping speed because right now we're jumping as well. We need to is set up closest and tracks walk speed, but right now it's get. We need to set it, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and set max walk There you go, that's the one we need. Let's go ahead and select it. And yeah, we're just going to, when clicked, we're going to set it up to this. And the map, to click walk around while holding shift, we can sprint like so. Releasing it will be putting us back in the original state. The final thing that we need to consider is the crouching capability of a character, because currently we cannot crouch by clicking control.
Oh, are you? I wasn't paying attention to what level you were. I mean in WoW. Sup, 3B? Man, I'm getting a bunch of the I've got 2 of the art community people in here. I'm doing okay.
Nothing happens, so let's go ahead and fix that up right away. I'm going to go onto the blueprint, going to search for crouch within the character movement, of course. Let's go ahead and do that.
I'm trying to work out the gameplay ability system right now. UE. Yes. Input.
Yo, this is Zist. Today we're going to look at the enhanced input system in Unreal Engine 5, and in particular...
I hate this guy's effect.
how it's connected to Lyra's gameplay ability system. There are a couple of different ways
I suppose
that
that's
you can
true.
set up triggers for inputs, and how you use those in a gameplay ability varies. So we're going to look at some of the options and how that works. For this video, I made some basic project settings. In gameplay
This guy's
tags,
going way too slow.
I've created an input tag ability test. I also have an input action, which is set to consume input.
I actually might
Boolean,
change
so
that.
either on or off based on
I might change to that. That actually kind of seems nice.
We have your input action test connected to the Z key on the keyboard, and initially the trigger is going to occur when this is pressed. The input action test is connected to the input tag test, and initially this input tag is going to be connected to this gameplay ability test. So this is the on-pressed gameplay ability. This is very simple. In the class defaults, I have made no changes. This is just the default Lyra gameplay ability. In the key bindings, I'm using the pressed trigger to the Z key on the keyboard. Here's what this looks like. If I tap Z, activate, do stuff, end. Tap Z, activate, do stuff, end. Now if I hold down Z, still activate, do stuff, end. So there's no difference in stability between a tap or between a press and a hold. In a while down ability, which also is default, no changes here. This is a Lyra gameplay ability. Here we have the trigger set to down, again on the Z key. And so when we run this one, if we just tap Z, it's basically the same as the previous one was, but if we hold Z, you see the ability didn't end. When I let go of Z now, it ends. So a tap works more or less the same as it did before, but a press and hold keeps the ability active until I let go of the Z key, and then the ability ends. In another configuration, there's an always active gameplay ability, which changes the activation policy to on spawn. That's the only change here, is that this ability will activate as soon as the player spawns. So this ability, when it activates, it's going to show a teal message saying it's been on, then it's going to wait for an input press, show green, wait for release, show orange, and loop. Green, orange, green, orange, green, orange. Anytime the ability, or anytime the key is down and has not yet been released, it's going to do so. So this is similar to the while down, which activates and then does stuff until release, except this one loops and loops and loops, it only activates once, and it just keeps looping. So if we play this, you see it activated immediately. Now if I tap Z, it looks more or less the same as it did before. Activate, do stuff, release. But if I hold down Z, it activates, it goes into do stuff, and it stays there until I release Z, and then it loops back around, wait for me to press Z again. Hold Z, I release Z, hold, release, easy. Now you know the difference between a pressed trigger and a down trigger, and why it's good to use one or the other depending on the circumstance.
That's not really what I wanted. So we're grabbing this. We are here, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Okay, so what's our ability? Ability spec. What? But it's there. It has to be there. What if we step into this? There's our sprint ability spec. Okay. Is active. Okay, so spec dot is active. True. Okay, so we're going to step into this, right? And then we've got spec ability get instancing policy. Oh, this might be it. What's our instancing policy? There. Then what's this here do? Okay, so this should be a pointer, and then we get thing policy. Okay, let's find out which one. Okay, so we go to the else because this is not what we've done. Instances. T array. There. We have sprinting here. Okay, so it's the only one that we've got. Get ability instances. Yeah. Step into. Sup, Jack? Ensure Ray has changed during a range for iteration. What? Interesting. Okay, so we executed it. But that's not triggering everything to just happen. So we can't use this wait input release. Unreal Engine wait input release for enhanced input system.
Yo, what is good, dev guys? This is your boy Kane. This is a quick little video, man. I've been spending, I want to say, what time is it now? It's 4:20 my time. Hey, shut up. Hey, don't say that. Hey, it's 4:20 my time right now. I'm recording this video. And I've been spending about 4.5 hours trying to figure out this system. And what system I'm talking about is basically getting my enhanced input to work properly with gas or game playability systems. As you can see, if I go into my input here, I have no input mappings assigned, and I'm using the enhanced player input and enhanced input component. If I go here, I can spawn in here. You see all of these actions, this aim down sight, this fire, this crouch, this sprint, the dash, and the jump. All of these are governed by gas. Everything is like pushed through gas. So how am I using enhanced input? And this is something I spent 5 hours figuring out. I had a good article to help me get to a good point, and also jumped into the forums and seen other people's solutions and what they're doing to help me get to the point. But there's no video out there on how to get there and the reasoning behind it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my character here, and I'm just going to find my function that says add character abilities, right?
Am I gonna grow my hair? No, I'm gonna cut it. I did that. It came down to like here. I got it down to like my collarbone. And then I chopped it off and donated it to charity, to cancer wigs for kids. But I can't deal with it. It's too much. My hair knots really easily when it starts to get long, so I just can't deal with it.
Right. So in this function here, we make sure that we're the server because we only want to give abilities on the server. And then for each of the abilities that we set in our custom T array here, for each of those abilities, we want to give that ability to our ability system component. And this F gameplay ability spec, this basically is a struct that it will save the data of the ability, the type of class the ability is, the ability's level, and the input ID. This is very important to why this system works with how I have it set up, and the source object. This is something that you would use in a ability where you would check to see if the source object is the one who gave you the ability, and if that's the case, then you would run the ability. Or you can also get the source object of whoever put the ability on you if the ability was like a debuff or something like that. But yeah, this static cast to an N32, it basically casts an enum to an N32 value, and it feeds it into this input ID parameter here. And this gameplay spec is basically this ability's key card through the server and the player. So with us setting up this ability input ID, and this is a value that we have on our startup ability. So if I go to, let me just go to my ability here. Of course, that value, this value is set in the editor, and I'll show that in a second. So we got our is used. This is the ability. You see, I have all my input actions here, and I'll probably put this in a component so that it's not crowding up my character class. But honestly, action manage activating the abilities and not really binding it. But I didn't want to have tedious work. And up here, I have all of the callbacks that those input actions will handle. And this is the tedious work. One other guy inside the forum was trying to tell me about a process where all you do is have your input manage activating the abilities and not really binding it. But I didn't want to have to deal with refactoring my code that deep. So I just went ahead and did it this way. But this function, basically, all it does, and this is the function that's bound to the input player component. I'll go down there and show you that real quick. So the input player component, it'll say, we'll want to bind this action, whether it's the weapon alternate action, we want to bind it to this function here. So whatever this function is, run this function whenever we press this action, or whenever we press the key that's mapped to this action. So I'm going to go to this, just the alternate action. They all call the same logic here. And all this function does is call another function that sends input to our ability system component. And it takes in two parameters. It takes in whether the input is pressed.
I wonder if I just need to create a gas ability that just cancels it. That might be the way to go, right? Like just having essentially two abilities, right? We have the start sprint and then the remove sprint, and we just get rid of this. So this might be the way to go. Okay, I'm going to try that actually. There. Wait. Oh, okay. All right, so we see it. We're never actually hitting the end here, which kind of blows, but whatever, it is what it is. We can essentially take this and replicate it over to use for a cancel ability, which is what I'm going to do here. I don't really like that though, because like you'd think this would be canceled. Let's see what are our functions here. Activate from event. Huh, okay. Sort of. So all we want here is end sprint. So we can get rid of this because we're not actually going to be using it. that, and all we want to do there. And then oh, I think I see what's going on here. We're awaiting gameplay tag. But we don't have any way of applying it. Okay. So I think what we can do here is we don't need this. What we need is apply gameplay tag. Let's see here. Unreal Engine apply gameplay tag to player. Unreal Engine gas apply a gameplay tag to the player. Maybe the objective here is to like remove it. Remove gameplay effect with granted tags. So this would be sprinting, right? No, because now I don't have a way of triggering the off. Fuck. No. Okay, so this won't work. Do. I have to find a way to apply the cancel movement sprinting to the player when sprint is going on here. Though I think that we can remove a bunch of this and we just don't have to worry about it. Only change stamina when moving. So on sprint cancel, we have to do this. So let's go back to our code. And I can close this one because we don't need it anymore. Come back to here. We're here, right? Held, and here's released. We come down to here. We just do this. Where's our bind? Our bind's in the player, right? We are here. There's our input tag. There's our bind. Bind. Initialize startup effect. think I put it in here, right? Begin play? No. On possess, maybe? Oh, this is the base. Player character. Bind. There it is. Hmm. I think it's this one. Here we go. Confirm, cancel. Confirm trigger, cancel trigger. Do enum names are now represented in path names. Please use we might be using this one. It's hard to say. But how do we decide what okay, so to do okay, so this is called and then released. Find usage. There it is. Boom, right there. Bind abilities. Ability actions. Here. And then the functions are just being passed in here. But it's all the same one. So we need to override this potentially. Huh. Okay. Let's do this. Running. Stopping. Oh, this is end task. I want end ability. We straight up never hit it. Okay, is this because of a branch early? Nope. We never hit this release. Found the solution for anyone struggling with implementing this system. You also have to override the following two functions to handle correctly handling input, rest, and release triggers. It's all there in Lyra, just didn't copy enough components. We don't support use replicated events instead so that the wait input pressed ability task works. Invoke the pressed event. This is not replicated here. If someone is listening, they may replicate the pressed input event to the server. Invoke replicated event. Interesting. We don't use gameplay ability be replicate. Use replicated event instead. Input hold spec handles. Input pressed always null, assuming. Make a complete guide tutorial for this. Oh, sorry, I meant to do this. Go up to Unreal Super Wide. There we go. I don't know if I'm going to update it any further, to be honest. It just might not be worth it. I've got another game that I want to make that's probably going to be more fun to play. It moves? What? What moves? I am so confused. D, I don't understand you. Never really stop moving. Watching you move the bot? Do you mean the robot? The mech? Yeah, but the problem is that the sprint's not, it's not releasing. Implementing a Lara-like system. Native input actions. Add ability spec handle. Grant handles. It's not really that. This is where we're at here. Let's see here. There's my pressed and released. We've got those bound. Those are fine. Now what we need to figure out is how do we trigger the Ability system custom a function create functions to process ability input to do. Ability input tag pressed. This is good. Yeah, okay. Released. If spec ability has tag, input release spec handle. Why are we... Oh, wait. This is probably what we're missing here. Where's the input spec handle? Would this be part... Wait. Is this the issue? Custom ACS where we create functions to process the abilities into the spec handles. Ability input pressed. First things first, let's just update all of these and then we'll close this thing. Boom, closed. Okay, so we don't have the ability spec handle in here. We don't have any access to it either. Unless we fetch it here. Ability spec. How are we getting it? Oh. Here is where we probably want to do it. Where is the code? Input release. Ability spec input released. There, yeah. Add unique spec handle. This is actually a good idea here. If not, there. Then we have these two, but these two are... This adds unique spec handle here. Oh, which is going to need to be called for the released. But then where's this one? Oh, this is the held. But that doesn't make any sense as to like why it would matter. Yeah, because like we're just tracking it here and then tracking it here. How is this going to help remove and stuff like that? Add unique, add unique. These are just nebulous because they don't exist. What was it? It was, yeah, these don't actually exist. So they have to be being used somewhere else. Clearability input. Process. All of that wonderful jazz. Post. Character class. Setup player input component. This should just work. Okay, we're gonna try and we're gonna simplify this a lot by just doing this. This is all I care about now. This one thing here. This is all we care about here. Just this part. Everything else could cause theoretical problems. So we just want to see if this is correct. Accessed none trying to read a character movement component. Okay, we're going to clear. So we got nothing, and it never runs, it never grabs the release. What if we stop trying to watch it forever kind of thing clear? Nope. Do 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 do. Let's try something else here. We've got that secondary attack. We want input actions sprint. Let's try this. Maybe it's because I don't have it as a float. No, still not ever executing it. Wait, input release. Unreal Engine enhanced input system. Gas. Not working. Wait input release. Wait input release. Not working.
Hello, and welcome to Now You're Cooking with Gas. This video is about firing full auto and using ammunition. To start, as usual, we're going to create an ammo attribute. I'm going to copy a damage multi here. I'm going to click here. I'm going to hit Control F3. So damage multi is my search. Just going to call ammo. Ammo. Going to set up a default value of 100. Set up the usual replication stuff. With some more ammo. We compile and run the editor. Next, I'm going to refactor the way GA fire ability works and turn it into a base class. So in the last video, we left the character set to the fire version. I'm going to switch that back to physical. Delete both of these. Rename this one to base. And clean it up.
There's a lot of
We're going to save the
stuff
character,
going on here.
promoting that to a variable. I'm going to make a function for this. Expect. We get the character here. Make sure it's a validated get.
Do, 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 do.
And we're going to return that value. This is a gameplay effect spec handle.
Okay.
Add a return node. Next, we'll commit. We'll make another function fire. After it has fired, we need to check whether it's an auto weapon or attack. And hold down B, click, make a branch.
Ugh.
As a reminder, end ability has to happen at the end of any path. So when this is true, we're going to use the wait input release. So assuming left click is what you're using, hitting left click will start this gameplay ability, and then releasing will go here. So expose on spawn. Alright, so while we're holding down the button, we're going to be calling task wait delay. This will wait for a specific amount of time. When that time is ended, then it will go here. So in here, we're going to call commit again.
Yeah.
Commit ability is the function that applies the cost to a gameplay ability. So again, we need to call fire, and then we can look back here.
I hate it when it's stuff like this, but I get it.
The delay that we're going to use will also be a variable. We're going to call this rate of fire. Personal preference is rate of fire being 1 divided by the rate of fire. Now which also means I'm not going to put the check in for brevity, but I'm going to set the default value above 0. So that'll be one projectile per second. So the base class does not need a tag. And we can test twice. Fire.
Wait,
And then we'll go ahead and set these values up.
this ability has these tags. Cancel abilities with these tags. Block ability. Yeah, this is what we were looking for. I can get rid of this. The damage one is going to be a actually, no, that's not going to be a problem. We'll do that real quick here. This is in, what file is this? This one? Let me get rid of these. I don't think these are being used anymore. Find usage. Oh, it is. Oh yeah, but this is only blueprints. Oh yeah, we good. We good so far. Yeah, these are okay to delete. We can delete this now because we don't need it. There we go. We don't need this anymore. Beautiful. Still don't know why this isn't working, and it's actually driving me crazy. Why does this not want to work?
Okay. I hold down the button, nothing's happening. I click it multiple times, it shoots. So now if I switch this to full auto, and I set the rate of fire up to 5, hold down the button, you see it's shooting. Well, it's a message spam. Incidentally, I'm going to remove that from here.
I wonder if it's because we're doing it on the held rather than the pressed. What if I do this? Oh wait, no, because this just is find usage. What if we do this for here instead? What if I do this? What is the difference between pressed and hold? Held. Pressed and held. If I just do this. Okay. Because his is working just out of the box, right? Just default out of the box. Where the fuck did that go? Oh, it was because I don't. Wait, wait, wait. Yeah, there we go. No, I got busy and missed most of the stream. Not necessarily. All right, what's the errors here? Okay, so I'm going to put this back for now. We're going to do this. Delete this. This is fine for now. Whatever. We're going to do this with one of our other ones just so we can the testability. Bacon, you might not have actually missed too much, to be honest. Rest. Never released is never working. It just never works. It never happens. Unreal Engine. Dude, what is this? This is a gameplay ability, right? Gameplay ability, yeah. Gameplay ability. Wait input released. Never firing. Gameplay, let's see. Wait, put, nope. Prediction F key. Wait until a new. Wait input release.
Diablo, Starfield, Cyberpunk, Fallout. There's one thing all these games are modified by the attack. All on the same page. How all those these weren't really lightweight gameplay redefines ability over them until they get to your. So now we want to create our first attribute set. And if we hit under in this case, we have to apply damage to a character if they have superior these functions they are on the character itself. They're both view properties. One of them is going to be the ability system component itself, and the other max health to 100. So I create this function here, set up initial abilities and effects. With this effect, just an integer. In our case, we've defined it in an enum, but you could just hardcode this to whatever numbers you want. I would recommend this actual setting up of the player input component where.
Is it on the binding maybe? And player, right? Yeah, here. Why is it not binding correctly? Uh, find abilities. Let me take a quick look here at these ones. Triggering occurred after one or more processing of tick. Started, an event has occurred that has begun trigger evaluation. Note, triggered may also occur this frame, but this event will always be fired first. Ongoing trigger is being pressed. Triggering is still being pressed. For example, an action with a press and hold trigger will be ongoing while user is holding down the key, but the time threshold has not been met yet. Triggering has been canceled. For example, the user has let go of a key before the press and hold time threshold. Trigger state has from triggered to none. Sorry, I couldn't catch your stream for long, but I'm being called. I'll see if I can join back later. If you're still streaming, good luck with the coding, and good job on getting the input system working. Thanks. I got it mostly working. Hopefully I'll see you a bit later. I'll probably be on for a bit today, so maybe it's ongoing that we want to bind to here instead of this. And do yes. Yes, I am. Of course. Ongoing. Let's try this. You don't really get viewership on YouTube when you first start. Twitch is where streaming really happens, but I do want to try and get my numbers up on YouTube. I mostly watch people on Twitch, but that's just because like most of the people that I watch are on Twitch. The art community is very Twitch heavy, is what it comes down to. And most of the people that I watch are artists. Hmm. Wait until the user releases the input button for this ability. This is kind of the problem, right? Because like oh, wait. Let's try this. Let's try this. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. There we are. Wait. Did it happen and I just didn't see it? No, the release is still not happening. Yeah, because like if I can go over to YouTube here, right? Like and go YouTube Studio. Then if I look at my analytics, they're fucking dog shit. Although I've gotten some more subscribers, right? But like you got to get those watch hours. I got to get these watch hours up if I want to do anything important here. But like yeah, like it's insane. This is the hardest one to get. The 3,000 watch hours. I think this is going to be the bane of my existence here. Wait, what's this? Watch page updates? Whatever. This is the one that I'm wondering about if I'll ever get there. You never know, I might someday. So, why is this not working? Ugh. Is how many people interact with your stream. Just leave it streaming forever. One watching but not doing anything. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that concerned about it. 3K hours watched, but no engagement seems kind of sketch. Well, no, like, okay, so these are just like the requirements to essentially get monetized, right? It'd be nice to earn that, right? So it's like you need 500 subscribers on YouTube, right? Uploaded at least 3 videos in the past 90 days. And then you need 3,000 watch hours. That's all. Or 3 million shorts views in the last 90 days. This one's insane. This one's more what I'm thinking I'm aiming for, right? I don't know about this one. I don't even know what this one is. But this is the main one, right? And then from there, right? Like I don't know. There's things like I really probably should start making actual tutorials and stuff like that again. Right now I'm not really doing anything. And I unlisted a bunch of videos. So I imagine that was probably not helping me. But my live content's there. Yeah, well, I don't know. Access none trying to read. Ability. There we go. Save. So there's the released. I'm just going to go like this. Called on local. Oh, wait a second. That might be it. Am I in the ability? It's probably this. It's probably this. I think I found the problem. That's super. That's super. So it's not calling on itself. I think I was hitting a recursion loop. There's the pressed. There's the released. We come back here. Stop doing this. Would it be a canceled, maybe? Is it being canceled? How is it ending? If we're waiting for this and this isn't never running, then how is it how this node? Uh would this need to be the commit maybe? Oh wait. If I do this, commit ability. Maybe this? Maybe it's not maybe it's because it's not being committed. No, but how are we running, like how are we getting the down here if we're waiting for this, right? Delay. Fun times. It's still not ever hitting the released. It's not doing the release stuff. Okay, let's do this. We'll come here. We'll hit play. We'll hit play. Okay, so it's like pressed, right? We're going to continue forward. Here's the released. We did release it, so that's important. The held is never being triggered. That's fine. Do step into. Let me guess. I love multi-threading so much. Here, step into. Get ability instance. I wonder if it's this. No, because this should just work. Default GA, test gameplay ability C. Why are you not working? Maybe this. Stop. Make sure everything's saved. Save all. Beautiful. Come back here, and instead of this, we want to do replicated. Just do this quickly here. This would be the this is on released. Wait. Yeah, this is handle. Input released, yeah. And yes, that is released. Okay. There. Wait. What did I just remove again? Oh, I see what they're doing here. Maybe this needs to be... No, it's not supposed to be that. Oh, wait. This one. If is active. Oh, wait. It's this. Then this. Then remove these two. I want to go get a haircut at some point. It's getting a bit too long. Do. Now it's working. Oh, there, it worked. I figured it out. So it's this. Do. And we've got to do the held, right? This is the pressed? No, this one's the held. Ugh. Actually, we can do this. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, so this one doesn't matter. This one does work. This one is important, though. Okay, so now we're going to save all. Come back to here, hit F10, run. Run like the wind, Forest. And now we can work with sprint. Sprint can work. Spear. I mean, perfect. Wait, do we have the weight in here? We'll come back to that one. Oh, wait, we still had more that we needed to do down here. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. I think it's this that we want here. I gotta head into HR for work GI on your stream. I'll catch you later. Oh, good luck on your stream. Okay. Boom. Do. No, has duration? No. Once applied, these tags gameplay effect must not have sprinting. Oh, right, because I don't think I'm actually utilizing it, am I? GA sprint. Tags that I have addition to my parent tag. Tags that I have in addition to. Give me a moment. Blocks abilities with this tag. Cancels abilities with this tag. Activation. This ability has these tags. Sprinting. This ability is blocked if the source actor. This ability is blocked. Ugh. Confusing. So the reason why it's doing that jittery thing is because this is not working correctly. Movement sprinting. Movement sprinting. So this is supposed to be... Where's the energy regen? Tag requirements that if met will remove this effect. Also permanent effect prevents effects. Here we go. Must not have sprinting. But then it gets removed. I don't want it to not be removed. Tag requirements for this effect to be applied to target. Okay, so must not have sprinting. Let's do this. Okay, so that's not working. Is it because I'm keeping sprinting and it's not being removed? Is that why? I wonder. Okay. Resets the period. Reset. So must not have sprinting. But I want this to always be on. Wait. Maybe this. Maybe this is it. Why is it not applying the effect again? Unreal Engine gameplay effects.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks for joining me on this episode of my gameplay ability system tutorial series. In this episode, we're going to talk about gameplay effects a little bit more and tackle gameplay cues. As you see here, my character is on fire currently, and that's a mix of this ablaze gameplay effect that we're going to make and this, where is it? Ablaze gameplay cue. So yeah, this looks interesting to you. Stick around. Okay, first off, let's go into our demo folder, create a new one for our effects, create a new blueprint class. It'll be a subclass of gameplay effect. Let's call this GE Ablaze. Open this up. We're going to want to set its duration to 10 seconds. It's going to reduce our health by maybe 2.5. That way at the end of this, it will have done a total of 50 damage, I think. Because if we're applying this every half a second, so we're basically taking 2.5 damage every half a second, which basically translates to 5 damage every 1 second. Multiply that times 10 seconds, you get 50. Basic math. I don't know why I just explained that, sorry. Anyway, let's keep going down. And here's where we're going to add our blaze effect soon. For now, let's just skip over that and go to our removal tag requirements. If you hover over it, you'll see that the description is tag requirements that if met will remove this effect. This is what we want. Because say our character becomes wet, they walk into a puddle or I don't know, it rains on them or something. I think it makes sense for their fire to be extinguished, right? So basically, yeah, if this tag, this state is applied to our character, this effect will get removed, which is exactly what we want. All right. So that's pretty much it for our blaze effect. So now if we go into our player character, class defaults, let's add the blaze effect to our startup effects just to make sure that it works. Let's hit play, and you'll see that I'm taking damage every half a second, which is exactly what we want. All right, I'm just gonna undo that. Actually, no, let's keep it. We'll need that later. But now, what you guys came here for, we are gonna create a new blueprint, and it's gonna extend the gameplay queue notify actor class, and this will have a prefix of GC for gameplay queue, and let's just call this a blaze. All right. Now, basically, what a gameplay queue is, it's either like a particle system or a sound that you can apply or like display or trigger whatever when you apply an effect. So, for example, if you get this ablaze effect, you're gonna start displaying like a fire particle system on.
Oh wait, I know. Unreal Engine gameplay effects. Pause while player has gameplay tag. Clarify whether the stamina drain tag is given, and so I understand it removes patient owned tags. Be granted well, but removed if not active. I can and could remove gameplay tags. Node given the ASC tag container, and maybe if I do, oh wait, actually I have an idea. It all comes down to these gameplay tags being very important. Okay, so if we do this, would this be um, energy? I don't think I actually use secondary armor or anything like that. To do uh, save all. Good. And then we replay. Now this will allow me to have access to this within that as a tag that I can then program against. And that's why I'm doing this. We're gonna have so many gameplay tags by the end of this. Every time I turn around, it's like, oh, you need more gameplay tags. Have you tried more gameplay tags? Where's the grants? Wait, what if I just do this one? What if that was the one that I wanted? No. Wait. What the fuck? How come I can't grant these? I thought that I could grant them within here. You could remove the gameplay node. Oh, wait, you know what? Hey, it's if met will remove this effect. Once applied, these tags are used to determine if the gameplay effects is on or off. Okay, so it's definitely this. So we do this. Save, compile, right? And then we go over to the sprint ability. This doesn't have the adds gameplay effect or anything like that. This, though, has a cost, which I guess then we don't need this. I guess maybe then we don't need this, right? If that's the case, we can go there. Nothing's canceling it, unfortunately. So I think we can just do this for now. And then I don't think that we need this stuff. We can just go straight to here. We go there. Okay, so okay, let's go back to an easier system for now. Ugh, I don't like this. We're going back to an easier system. Okay, so we don't need any of this for now. Okay, so we have this. Here's our cost, right? And what we want to do is we want to say um, abilities with attribute regen energy are blocked, right? And then if we go here, then we can do apply gameplay to owner. No. Apply game there. Then we do sprint. Save, compile. And then we do input weight released. Remove gameplay effect. Remote to variable. I'm just going to go here and just delete. Actor. Promote to variable. I there. Commit ability cost. Oh. That's actually really good. Okay, we'll come back to that. Do, 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 do. Okay. Granted to actor. There. It's under components. So do I have to like? I thought it was supposed to. Okay, so the regen. Ah, fuck. Okay, so cost. So commit ability cost. Then a delay. If this is an instant, yeah, this is instant, so it only happens once. So if we do this, then we would want to have this on essentially a delay, right? So if we do delay, just this essentially. Why is the commit ability not working? Interesting. This is not working. Oh, wait, it's probably because I need to promote this. And then down here, I need to end this task. Oh, fuck me. That's why. Okay, so I want to go back to sprint, and instead of that, I want 1.1. So it's a little bit more. Okay, so it's still going up, right? Maybe this needs to be 2. Okay, so it's still going up. So if I give this the sprint in here, I think this still doesn't fix the problem. Oh, -2. But now I don't get it back because it's being removed. So this is the problem here. Must not have sprinting. We have to be applied to this target. Once applied, these tag requirements are used to determine if the gameplay effect is on or off. A gameplay effect can be off and do nothing but still applied. think this removes it still, right? Yeah. But we could come into here and just add it back at the end of sprint. I don't like that though, because like it seems not great. On end ability. Can I pause a gameplay effect maybe? No. See, I don't like this. Because this is supposed to just work, right? Why does this not have a tag? What if I just grant the tag on possess? Where's my gameplay tags? Here's my gameplay tags. Add. Hmm. It removes it. I don't have the tag, do I? No, I don't. Huh. No wonder. Takes to apply to the activating owner of. There it is. Okay. There it is. Nice, we've got movement. Yes. I think here we want to just do this, right? And then do, yeah, no, this. We don't need this anymore. We want this here. It's gonna be the last. No, this do it right away, and then we will come into here. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so now what we want to do here is we only want to deplete this if we are moving. Here. Damn it. We need to do a little bit of checking over on here. New window. Also, the Fluffles, welcome back. How are things? So like Unreal Engine, check if layer is moving. Get last updated velocity. Is greater than 0. Greater than. Oh, interesting. That's not what I wanted to do. Conditional, true. Then we do this. False, we're going to not commit this and go back to the delay. But now, oh wait, I don't have a way of jumping, so this actually just works. Hmm. Cost effective. Here we go. Gameplay ability sprint. This is the one. So they had a whole thing here where we are checking to see only changes stamina when moving, accelerating on ground. This is what we wanted here. Should change energy. Okay, so this doesn't need to take in anything. Wait. This is a graph. No, I want to delete this. This is a function. Should update energy. Okay, so here we take the movement and we get current acceleration, and we get it as a length, and then we check if it's greater than 0, and then we branch here, but we also want an and actually. There. Actually, we don't need a branch, we just need a return. Then here we need is falling. And maybe we need an is jumping. Is moving on ground. This is what we actually want. Because sprint only works if we're moving on ground. Save compile. There we go. Then we come back up here and we do this. And we do this. 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 There we go. Boom. Beautiful. Oh. Sprint is now working correctly. Beautiful. Remove that. Save compile. Do. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this because oh no, we are doing that. There we go. Huzzah! Hell yeah! Then we can come back here and we can remove this one. Go to here and remove this. Remove that. we're just going to make sure that everything here is saved. Save all. I'm going to close that because we don't care about it anymore. This over here like so. Close this out. Clear this, and then we're going to do another test run. Ba-da-bum-bum-ba. Hit play. I removed I've removed some stuff, so I always want to test to make sure everything's actually going to work. There we go. Jump is totally 100% broken because of course it is. We completely removed it. Jump does nothing at the moment. There's no such thing. What even is jump? Yeah. Because we're going to replace it with jetpack, but we still don't have jetpack. Right? I'll be right back. Fucking chilly out there. I was lurking, enjoying the stream. See you next time. Oh, thank you for stopping by. Sorry, I missed your message. Ooh, chilly. Okay. Next stop, Jetpack Land. Fix up redirectors. Okay, so we have all of this. What we want to do is essentially like affect the jump, right? So we do Unreal Engine Jetpack. There's a bunch of them. Really what we want to do.
Howdy folks, got a quick one for you this time. Let's make a jetpack. So you'll be able to fly up, you'll have a fuel bar, and if you run out, it just lights out. We'll also set up that fuel thing. Gonna do this one in a slightly different way, just to not take up too much of y'all's time. Instead of building it out, I'm just gonna go over it, because it's not too much, and I think you'll be able to get it. So, I've set up a third-person example, or a template, and inside the third-person character, first thing I did was I created 4 variables. One called hovering, that's a boolean, 3 floats, one called fuel, this will register our character's fuel tank, slowdown, this is the reduction in speed, forward, backwards, left, and right that the character has once they activate the jetpack, and then thrust. This will be the lift force to how fast the character moves. One called fuel. So my defaults for fuel is just set to 1, slowdown is 0.35, and thrust is 250. Now on my jump function inside the third-person blueprint, you'll find it'll just have the jump and then stop jumping on the press and release. But I've backed it up, gotten out my character movement node to check to see if the character is falling, and if their fuel is greater than 0. If they are not falling or the fuel is not greater than 0, then I just want them to do the regular jump, so a false it's jump. But if they are falling and they've got fuel, then I want to set their gravity scale to 0 by getting out the character movement, set gravity scale to 0. Then I want to get the character's velocity, and break that vector open so that I can multiply the x and the y value, which is left and right, forward and backwards. I want to multiply both of those by my slowdown effect. Now, their full speed will be 1, whatever it is. Your velocity will just be 1 at max speed. So when I set it to 0.3, when I times it by 0.35, it's basically setting my forward speed to 35% of what it was. Now, off the other side, from the character movement node, we need to set the velocity, drag off this way and type make vector so that we can plug this one into the x and this one into the y. Now, for the z-axis, I've just hooked up my thrust variable, so 250.
Wait.
But I've backed it up, gotten out my character movement node to check to see if the character is falling, and if their fuel is greater than 0. If they are not falling or the fuel is not greater than 0, then I just want them to do the regular jump, so a false it's jump. But if they are falling and they've got fuel, then I want to set their gravity scale to 0 by getting out the character movement, set gravity scale to 0. Then I want to get the character's velocity, and break that vector open so that I can multiply the x and the y value, which is left and right, forward and backwards. I want to multiply both of those by my slowdown effect. Now, their full speed will be
I
1, whatever.
completely forgot to do something. Completely and totally forgot to do something. I forgot to test this in multiplayer. What a putz. Listen, server. Play. Does this work on multiplayer? Yes, it does. Okay. That is like the most important thing. Does it work on multiplayer? Yes. Okay. So let's go back here.
Jump and then jump, stop jump. Yeah, 4 variables. Instead of building it out, I'm just going to go over it, because it's not too much, and I think you'll be able to get it. So I've set up a third-person example, or a template, and inside the third-person character, first thing I did was I created 4 variables. One called hovering, that's a boolean, 3 floats, one called fuel, this will register our character's fuel tank, slowdown, this is the reduction in speed, forward, backwards, left, and right, that the character has once they activate the jetpack. And then thrust, this will be the lift force to how fast the character moves up. So my defaults for fuel is just set to 1, slowdown is 0.35, and thrust is 250. Now on my jump function inside the third-person blueprint, you'll find it'll just have the jump and then jump, stop jumping on the press and release. But I've backed it up, gotten out my character movement node to check to see if the character is falling, and if their fuel is greater than 0. If they're not falling or their fuel is not greater than 0, then I just want them to do the regular jump, so a false, it's jump. But if they are falling and they've got fuel, then I want to set their gravity scale to 0 by getting out the character movement, set gravity scale to 0. Then I want to get the character's velocity and break that vector open so that I can multiply the x and the y value, which is left and right, forward and backwards. I want to multiply both of those by my slowdown effect. Now, their full speed will be 1, whatever it is. Your velocity, it'll just be 1 at max speed. So when I set it to 0.3, when I times it by 0.35, it's basically setting my forward speed to 35% of what it was. Now, off the other side, from the character movement node, we need to set the velocity, drag off this way and type make vector so that we can plug this one into the x and this one into the y. Now, for the z-axis, I've just hooked up my thrust variable, so 250. Now, I'm setting all that to my velocity and setting my boolean of hovering to true. Then I'm calling a custom event I set up called consume fuel and activating my 2 little booster flames, which are actually part of a free pack you can find in the marketplace. So we'll come back to the consume fuel thing in just a second, but on released for your input action for the jump, right after it says stop jumping, we want to see if the character is currently hovering. So if hovering is true, then we want to set our gravity scale back to 1 from our character movement node.
I should do this.
Set that hovering is false, and then here's just where I'm deactivating those flames where I activated on the other side. Now if they're not hovering, we don't need to do anything. Now for this consume fuel event that I'm calling right here, when I consume fuel, I get my fuel, subtract 0.01 from it, because like I said, mine is just set to 1, so 0.01 is a good amount, and then I'm setting it to that new amount. Then after that, I need to see if that new amount is less than or equal to 0. Because if it is, they've run out of gas, and I want them to get dropped. So the drop custom event is right here, hooked to that branch where I check to see if they're hovering, and it basically just undoes it and lets them fall. So, but if it's not less than or equal to 0, so they have gas still, then I want to do a short delay. This could be however fast you want the fuel to drain out. I've just got it set to 0.1 right now. And then I want to check to see if the character is still trying to hover. And if they are, then I'm going to call that consume fuel event again. So it'll fire through. As long as we're hovering, they're still using fuel. And that is pretty much it for the effect. So just to show you, if I increase this, or if I set this thrust to 0, and I set my slowdown to, let's say 5, just to speed it up, then I don't move up, but if I'm moving forward, whoa, woo, yeah, it moves quick. Now these swirly blue orbs over here, let me set these back so I don't throw myself all over the map trying to get to them.
Huh.
These are just fuel recharge.
All right, time to clean this the fuck up because it's way too much. Okay, so this guy's idea is good, but I want something else because I want this guy's slide kind of thing. Light mode, oof. I don't even know how to put this into dark mode. Oh, here. Is that better? Is that better for you? Does that make you happier? Okay, fuck, I lost where I was too. Oh no, it's this guy's stuff here, and I think I've got it open. I do, okay. There. Ah, yeah, baby. But now I can't go back. I'm not changing some of my settings. Like I'm not going to dark mode every website. It's just it's not something I'm willing to do. So like Google is staying light mode. Google is supposed to be light. I'm not going to override a website stuff. I spend so little time on specific things inside of this specific browser settings that I just don't worry about it, right? Does Discord even have a light mode? Like, this is what my Discord looks like. I don't think Discord even has a light mode, does it? I usually just go with whatever the default is for the most part. I don't know, does it? Fucked if I know. A lot of the time it's just default stuff, right? What is it? It's appearance. Oh, yes, it does. It does. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Here we go. Here we go. The ultimate Discord. Just for lemon. Just for lemon. Oh God, it's so hard to look at. I can't look at Discord in light mode. It looks fucking terrible. Discord is very much so a dark mode only thing.
Back to the you understand high level. So if here's our character, right? In the last video, we made it so they can crouch, and that just so that, but then they the slide. And then yeah, what most people are after is this: do a little bit of setup, momentum-based sliding. So that's what we're gonna implement here. So let's get into the code. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is do a little bit of setup to prep the character movement component before we jump into the slide implementation. So since this is our first ever movement mode, the first thing I'm going to do is add the custom movement mode enum. So this is going to be our personal enum that
We
use
oughta
to create
have
custom
that.
movement modes and switch between different movement modes. And you can see I put in here the first ever one, which is slide. And these are just kind of boilerplate for Unreal Engine. This is just kind of how you define an Unreal Engine enum with their syntax. But this is all we care about. And you'll see later on, we'll see what the default movement mode enum looks like. And I'm trying to stick to that format as close as possible. Next, we're going to make a cached reference to our zippy character. This I should have probably done like last video or a couple videos ago. I do this pretty much. I would always do this in a character movement component.
So we should probably do this.
No matter what, it's just a reference to the character owner, and you'll see that this is sort of just the format that the character movement component wants you to do it, and this is how they do it. So I'm just going to follow them and get a nice reference to our character. And to make this work, we're going to have to set this value. So to do that, I'm going to do that in the initialize component method. So I'm going to put that in here, and then for the definition, all we're going to do is just set the zippy character owner to the owner. And then we're going to make one more helper function. Down here, this will be a public function. And this is just going to be is custom movement mode. So this is going to be a function we call to check if we're in a custom movement mode. So that's going to look like this.
This is really what I want. Public. Actually, wait. No, I shouldn't because I'm not actually. I should fix this. What? No, it's supposed to. What? No, it totally. Okay, let's not worry too much about that for now. And let's go about fixing this. I'm just gonna come back up here and I'm gonna save all. Let's fix these first. Okay, so we come here. Join session. No override available. Oh, that's why. I really really need to make sure that I stick to doing like one thing. Hey Lemon, how are you doing today, by the way? This is just about fixing up for this, so we're gonna focus on that. Oh right, I forgot to. Okay, so this goes into our UI overlays. Widgets. Join match screen. It's this button right here, graphic. Wait, is it even used in Blueprints? If it's not used in Blueprints, I'm just gonna make the change, right? It's not used in Blueprints. Mhm. Oh, this is not even being used. Okay. Oh no, wait, this is being used. There. So this would be a virtual void override. There. Yeah. Gotta delete that. Shh, it's okay. Does not override. What in the blue hell is going on here? Is this the... No, this one here. These are the... These are the two that we want, right? So why is this one not doing the override? So what's the error here? Wait. These are the two that we want, right? Wait. That's what we wanted here. Boom. Okay. That's good now. Updated to use input system and fixed issue with script. Push. Bum bum bum. Do 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 do. Boom boom. Okay, next we need jetpack. Do 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 do. This also means do. All right. I think I'm gonna take a quick little break, watch some TV, and I'll be back in a couple hours. 4 hours is kind of a good cap for now, and I'll be back maybe in an hour or two, maybe 3. We'll get started on the jetpack stuff. All right, ta-ta for now.